we present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, a panel game. And your chairman this week, Barry Cryer.
Thank you and hello and welcome to another edition of I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the panel game which is to radio what an old coward is to westerns. We don't have some fun in the next half hour. I'm a Dutchman, so it's hello from me, Hans van den Gelder. And we'd like to play a game that you can all play at home. We'd like to, but the BBC have told us to play. May I introduce the teams? Firstly, on my left, Joe, what am I doing here with four men, and who am I kidding? Kendall. Graeme, there's something very nasty at the bottom of my garden. Bill, a funny thing, spoke to me on the way to the theatre. Oddie, and Tim, please stop calling me three little words. Brooke-Taylor! And we go straight in with our first round, Calypso time, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, I've just spotted Henry Cooper in our audience. Oh, I'm sorry, madam. Flash of an earring deceived me. I'll give each team a subject on which they must improvise a four-line Calypso, singing alternate lines. We'll start with Tim and Bill. And your first subject, gentlemen, teeth.
Keep it, I'm going in. We're going to have a big Calypso about teeth. Keep it going. All right. We need out a little while. Oh, yeah. All right. Have another banana. Hang on, I'm sitting. Oh, the other day I lost my teeth. I borrowed a pair from Edward Heath. Good, that gave us time to think, and and ever since that dreadful day, nobody believes a word I say.
Four for that.
Ted, we don't mean a word of it.
No, of course. Four for that from Tim and Bill. We move to Joe and Graeme. Your first subject for a Calypso subject, traffic wardens.
I met a traffic warden the other day.
He told me my car was in the way.
So? So I put another shilling in the meter.
And then I kicked and punched her, and I beat her.
The art of the
violence already.
The art of the anticlimax lives. No, I can give two to Joe and Graeme. And the next round is preceded by the announcement that I'm setting up our silly names competition, late arrivals. Ladies and gentlemen, will you, as the programme progresses, think up some silly people arriving late at the Clothing Manufacturers Ball? The Clothing Manufacturers Ball. Silly names, please. And we'll return to that and our denouement later on. Now, word for word. Word for word, I'm going to give a member of each team a word, and the other member of the team has to immediately reply with a word that has no connection whatsoever. The other team can challenge by pressing buzzers and try and prove a connection.
Well, that was a panic.
We'll start... Tim's just sat on his buzzer. We'll start with Tim, but we'll start with Tim in actual fact. And Tim, would you start with the word custard?
Grass skirt.
Elephant.
Marble.
A challenge by Graeme Garden.
A very clear connection there between grass skirt and elephant, I think you'll agree.
Well, would you clarify further?
Need I?
Yes. Oh, yes, you need.
They come from the same place.
Where?
No.
Oh! No, let's
Can you stand up and show your grass skirt, mate?
Cheeky Graeme Garden. Graeme, will you start a sequence that begins with the word accountant? Chartered. Oh! Oh! And you prove a connection, gentlemen? Tim and Bill, chartered and accountants.
No.
Unlikely to make
Accountants
seem.
habitually wear grass skirts.
I'll give 2 points to that. I'll give 2 points to that. And I will, in fact, leap to Bill Oddie. Bill, will you start with the word?
Thank you.
Merit.
Bad joke.
Dungarees.
Program.
Elephant's foot umbrella stand.
Tweed.
Microphone.
Glass.
Oh, I was going to say marble. Handbag.
Challenge from Graeme Gardner.
He was going to say marble.
Give the lad 2 for that. I'll give the lad. And I think I'll ask Joe Kendall to say a word entirely unrelated to paintbrush.
Clock.
Water.
Did you say water?
Challenged by Tim Brooke-Taylor, yes?
What? Water clocks, I think.
Water clocks.
No, about
You
water
said
clocks.
Walter.
Didn't say Walter. You didn't say Walter at
I
all.
said umbrella, foot umbrella. Grass skirt.
No.
All right, you got the point.
Tim and Bill cop 2.
Start again.
Start again. Let's start again with, what shall we have as a word? What shall we have as a word? We'll have carpet from Bill.
Book.
Pea soup.
Brassiere.
Steamroller.
All right, you can't see the obvious. Go on. Knee bandage.
Eiffel Tower.
Elastic.
Filthy mind again. A filthy mind.
They're winning.
Can't really follow that, can you? Tiger.
Challenged by Graeme Gardner.
Well, if you've got a filthy mind like mine, you can see the connection between that and tiger.
Could you elucidate?
No, certainly not.
Leave on radio. Leave on radio. I will. Let's have one more of this. Joe Kendall, will you say say a word entirely unconnected, I should say, with postcard?
Egg.
Button.
Cigarettes.
Lamp.
Cart horse.
Submarine.
Paper bag.
Baboon.
Heart.
Nautical.
Pensioner.
Strap.
Headache.
Whip.
Very animal.
Challenged by Tim Brooke-Taylor.
Stop him, you fool! I was just getting in.
Bill was following the plot there. You always under a plain cover. Tim, what was your challenge?
You always get a headache after you've been whipped.
Can you vouch for that, Tim?
No, but Bill assures me.
Shabby, but I like that. 2 points. And we will, in fact, leap on. We move on, do you wonder, to our next musical round, which is musical duet time. Each of the teams is going to play a duet, the relevant instruments being a violin and a swanny whistle. I'll ask Graeme and Joe to start on this occasion. They're going to play a duet, and I'm going to see if I can recognise it. If I do recognise it, they score. Graeme is picking up his strad and his violin, and Joe has a swanny whistle, but she's having it seen to. Now, say them first. I'm just glad it's over. Was it... I recognised the middle, but it didn't seem to belong to the rest of it, which was a bit bewildering. Is it Lennon and McCartney?
No.
No, it's not Lennon and McCartney. Any clues, please? Any clues?
Some.
Some.
Some. That's a clue? Some is a clue. Some enchanted evening.
Yes.
Well, I didn't get it musically, but Tim Brooke-Taylor is now walking over to the violin. The violin is in fact staying there, and Oddie has the swanny whistle.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, that was Tim Brooke-Taylor Pizzicato, but he's promised to only have a cup of tea next week. I'm trying to think of the tune. Wasn't It's All Over My Friend? No. No. Was it classical in origin?
Not classical.
Could
Not
be
light classical, not really sort of...
Could be something you say before an outstanding meal.
Mantovani-ish. No. I don't say that
Something you
before now.
say before an outstanding meal.
What do you say before an outstanding meal?
On the bagpipes.
Think of 5,000.
That's extremely painful. An outstanding meal.
You've ever had a meal on the bagpipes?
Amazing
It is
Grace.
painful.
Amazing Grace, no.
You got it in one, Barry.
Is Amazing Grace? Was it?
Yeah.
To the note?
Good heavens. That's
To the note?
around.
It's damn sight closer than you reckon, isn't it?
Now for a rather bizarre item entitled Tag Wrestling. I think I ought to explain that. Tag in this instance meaning tagline, punchline, final line. I'm going to give each team the final line of a hopefully short story. A member of one team must start the story and obviously head straight for the end of their own particular story before I press my hooter, if you'll pardon the expression. And then a member of the other team must then take up the story very quickly, but they're heading for their punchline. Now, the first team to reach their tag wins, and in the event of nobody finishing, I shall probably fall asleep. Now, we go first of all to Tim and Bill, and your tagline of your story is, "Hello," said the vicar, and Mother hid the sewing machine. Or, "Hello," said the vicar, and Mother hid the sewing machine. Meanwhile, on the other side of the studio, Joe and Graeme, the end of your story is, "All right," said the inspector. "If Bob's really Betty, who shot the hamster?" All right, said the inspector. "If Bob's really Betty, who shot the hamster?" You've got your tags, ladies and gentlemen, so we will in fact hooter poised. I shall sit here, and Bill Oddie is going to start telling the story that ends, "Hello," said the vicar, and Mother hid the sewing machine. Bill.
Yes. Well, the family were gathered round the drawing room one evening, and they decided they were going to have a concert, a sort of concert party, which all the members of the family...
Or...
That's me, isn't it?
Yes, Graeme.
Gosh, said Bob. At that moment, Mother produced their performing hamster.
She said,
Tim.
"Good heavens, why have I produced this performing hamster?" When in fact I wanted to play a tune on the sewing machine. She put it between her legs.
Joe.
But was stopped short because at that moment a passing police inspector came in.
Bill.
Well, the vicar, unfortunately, was due at that moment. The police inspector was there for the concert, of course, that's why he popped in. And the one thing that...
Graeme.
The one thing the police inspector wanted to know was, where was Betty? I don't know, said Bob.
Tim.
And the vicar said, "What are you doing here, Betty and Bob? I didn't expect you. Go home," and they did.
You'll have to drag them back. You'll have to drag them back.
Ah.
Joe.
There was a knock on the door. Please come back in. Said the inspector and a high-voiced person called Bob.
The vicar, as Mother knew, had one song that he particularly didn't want her to sing, which was called The Sewing Machine, you know the one, so. Anyway...
Graeme.
At that moment, a shot rang out. Clutching its chest, the tiny hamster fell to the floor. "Nobody leave the room," said the inspector.
Tim, because Mother wants to play this tune on the stage. Mother said, it's the first time I'll be able to play it because the vicar doesn't like it. And hello, said the vicar as he came in, and Mother hit the sewing machine.
Oh, I got it. I hooted, but you were there. I hooted, but did the audience agree that they got there? Tim and Bill, did they get there? Did they get there?
No.
I will score. Yes, I will score 3-0 for that little tag wrestling. Let's go to picking up song, carry on singing, ladies and gentlemen. One player to start a song. And when he or she stops, the next player in the other team must pick up on the word on which he or she stopped with a totally different song. Let's start. Let's start with Bill. Sing a song, Bill, and stop on a word of your choice. Graeme to pick it up.
Pack up all my cares and woe. Here I go, singing low. Sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
Home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play. Plays really play.
Play it again. I love it. Play it again. I don't know.
2 points I give to Tim and Bill, and we will in fact go to Graeme to start another song, please. There is a tavern in the town.
Way down upon the swamp.
River. Oh,
Shall we keep going?
River.
Yeah, keep going, please.
Old
River.
man river,
And over
he
that.
just keeps rolling.
He walks like an angel walks.
You know your own business.
He talks like an angel talks, and his hair has a kind of
Graeme with of. Yes, please, Graeme.
of music.
Alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, oh.
Oh, you beautiful doll, you great
balls of fire! Fire ruled the world.
I should give 5 points to the outrage of that. Tim, would you start a song, please? Come to you. Start a song.
Certainly. I'm dreaming of a
whiter still and wider.
No advertising. Why do the birds say I love you? Or why does the sun stand in the sky? Or why does the rain fall on me every day? Will somebody tell me why?
You've just written that.
It was all right. It was a bad one.
Very good indeed. Very
10
good
dogs
indeed.
after it already. Why do the birds keep on singing?
That's the one you were thinking of.
No.
Singing in the rain, just singing in the rain, have a glorious feeling.
Feeling too.
Feeling groovy.
I think we'll have a song from Jo. I'll score 2 points to Jo for that, and she starts the next song. Next to last song in this round.
I love to go wandering along the mountain.
mountain, climb every hill, till you find your dream.
Graeme.
Dream, 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 dream.
Still dream.
Still dream. It's a long dream. Dim.
I don't know that one, Bill.
My hoot is poised.
Yes, I expect it is, Barry. Dream a little dream with me. Tune's wrong, words right.
Dream along with me. Yeah.
Dream along with me.
Me. Joe.
Me
Daily whispering. Stop it.
and my shadow straight down the avenue.
Avenue Street, me. I'm walking down the street. Don't I look so neat from my head down to me feet? Tell us about it.
Superb. 5 points all. Superb. Round of applause, both teams. Still in lyrical mood, but lay off the music, folks, because it's time for limericks. I'm going to give each team the first line of a limerick. They must then complete the limerick, taking alternate lines. And we're going to start with Tim and Bill, and their limerick starts, "There was a young man from Devizes." Was a young man from
I
Devizes.
think we all know that one.
Yeah. Let's try and forget it for a
You can
moment.
do it on your own.
What they said about him.
No? I'll do the first line.
All right.
There was a young man from Devizes.
Oh, that's original. There was a young man from Devizes
So is that.
who falls and occasionally rises.
He said, "It's my fault."
And I am such a dolt. But
Whenever... Oh, it's dirty.
my legs are of different sizes.
Yeah. Most euphemistic lyric I've ever heard. Wasn't it nice to hear that one again cleaned up? But now, Joe and Graeme, will you make what you will of "There once was a woman from Poole"? There once was a woman from Poole.
There once was a woman from Poole.
Good.
I haven't even written it yet. Who thought she was frightfully cool.
She went for a walk.
She tripped on a cork.
And said, "Oh dear, I feel such a fool."
Golly, we needed that. So now, on
you for your
to
charity.
the next round, singing relay.
what a
Singing relay. One of the players of each team starts off a song, and he and his partner must sing a duet, but each singing alternate words, one word each, ladies and gentlemen. Any player who falters or messes about is declared soppy. And 2 points go to the other side. So we'll start with Tim and Bill, and the words of the song, "June is busting out all over."
June is busting out all over the meadow and the hill. Buds are busting out bushes, and the romping river pushes every little wheel that wheels beside a mill. June is busting out all over. The feeling is getting so intense that the young Virginia creepers have been hugging the bejeebers out of all.
Bolter. Sorry about that. A gallant attempt. I can't give no points to that. I refuse to give no points to that. I'm going to give 2 points to that.
Like...
Would you like to try another chorus?
Yes.
Swifter tempo. Mr. Lee, will you play that very swiftly?
June is busting out all over. meadow and hill. Oh! Bushes and the rotted river.
I like
Every little wheel that wheels beside a mill.
A gallant attempt, though. Sorry. It is a swine, is it not? Joe and Graeme, your song, alternating words, please, on Rock Around the Clock.
1,
2,
3,
o'clock,
4,
o'clock,
rock,
5,
6,
7,
o'clock,
8,
o'clock,
rock,
9,
10,
11,
o'clock,
12,
o'clock,
rock.
we're gonna...
A false
Not
there.
easy.
Faster!
You are now going to plunge into an up-tempo rendition
Quiet.
with the piano.
1,
2,
3,
o'clock,
4,
o'clock,
rock,
5,
6,
7,
No. Tim and Bill are winning at the moment. Should we put them through that hoop again? Should we give them another chance to rock around the clock?
Yes.
Rock around the clock.
faster still.
Faster still, please say.
1,
2,
3,
o'clock,
4,
o'clock,
rock,
5,
6,
7,
o'clock,
8,
o'clock,
rock,
9,
10,
11,
rock,
12,
o'clock,
rock,
we're
gonna
rock
around
the
clock.
tonight.
Good,
You're
mad,
rag
on,
fun.
I'm declaring that a draw. Go on, man. And you'll remember earlier I spoke of late arrivals at a certain function. It was in fact the clothing manufacturer's ball. So I'm going to ask the two teams to mention some of the silly people who arrived late at the clothing manufacturer's ball, please. We'll start over with Joe and Graeme on this one.
The first arrival at the clothing manufacturer's ball. Two German visitors, Frau Shirt and her husband Herr Shirt. Merci. Welcome to our country.
And Tim Brooke-Taylor's got one?
Yes.
Well, we've established that.
No comment. Another arrival, Mr. and Mrs. Rack and their daughter, Anna. Rack. Oh. They'll be very pleased.
And riding at the ball, Mr. and Mrs. Elastic and their son, Nick.
Funnily enough, he was unarmed. But instead, dipping for Mr. Nick Elastic, we have at the clothing manufacturer's ball, Mr. and Mrs. J. Frantz and their son. Why do I bother?
And also at the same ball, Mr. and Mrs. Ning Dress and their daughter, Eve.
And from Scotland, Mr. and Mrs. Strap and their son.
That's it. Thank you.
Well, he certainly has your support.
And finally,
You're
would
not
you
kidding.
believe it? Mr. Penders is killing me. And his wife, Mrs. Penders, is killing me. Rapidly followed by another race arrival, Mr. and Mrs. Icklestocking.
From Russia.
With their Russian cousin, Serge Icklestocking.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been trying to keep the score. You won't believe this because it's not true. I'm declaring this a tie, a draw. So it's goodbye for now from Joe, Kendall, Graeme, Garden, Bill, Oddie and Tim Brooke-Taylor.
And a late arrival.
John Cassels. And a late arrival. Go on then.
From Scotland, Mr. and Mrs. Underwear and their son, Woolly Underwear. Barry Cryer at last managed to say goodbye from Tim Brooke-Taylor, Graeme Garden, Joe Kendall, Bill Oddie, Dave Lee at the piano, and producer John Cassels.
Bye.